Guys, let's go. Turn on your kettle, folks. Lads, turn off that muck. Say hi, you're on camera. Am I sure? Dales? You're not? Don't be heavy. Is your phone turned off, is it? No. Can't watch, just had dinner and stuffed cat replay. Mary, watch us anyway, Mary. Okay, shall we pick the thing up? Good evening, folks. I have to admit, I don't know if we're expecting big viewers tonight, Dills, are we?
I don't know.
I don't like prawns. I don't like risotto. I don't care. You have to learn how to cook. So if you don't like prawns, a lot of people have asked me, chicken, mushrooms, peas, you can do anything, but it's to learn how to make the basis of the risotto. Do a quick look, turn on your kettle, guys. I'm going to show you the cheats way of making the greatest risotto on the planet. Okay, so boil your kettle there quickly. We're going to use that. You have to save this, no risotto rice. Yeah, look, a lot of people ask me, could they use long grain rice or brown rice? Yeah, you can, but it's not going to be the same. Okay, you're not going to get the creaminess out of it. You make a total kind of different dish. But who cares? Remember, it's whatever you got in your cupboard. That's what we're cooking with. Why do all these things keep going after us? Hi everybody. Hello Joe. Okay, that should be plenty of time for you to get your kettle on, guys. Okay, so let's start. Shawnee, make sure Dills you too. If you see anybody saying hello, say hello so we can give them a shout. We should have plenty of time to give shout outs here, guys, because it's going to take us a few minutes to do this. First of all, we're going to dice up a small shallot or a small onion or something like that. You get it as thin as you can, but again, I don't want anybody worrying about it. It doesn't look as thin as yours. It doesn't matter. It's your risotto dish. Dills, come on, wake up. Bin. Okay, so let's turn on our first pan. So anybody who's doing, say, like a breast of chicken or a pork chop, I said to do with, if you want to do with a plate, put that into the oven now. It's going to take about 20 minutes, 25 minutes to cook. Same time as the risotto. Okay, so put that into your oven now. Hold. Don't even cook it with the risotto. Take it out of the oven and serve it with a plain risotto if you don't like the prawns. Okay, so turn on our heat. Nice and low. And I'm going to start off with our bacon. Our lovely little kind of fatty bacon. So just put that in and we're going to let it render it out nice and slowly. And while we're doing that, let's dice up our onion and let's get ready with our garlic. Everybody with me so far? Any questions, Dills? Anyone panicking yet?
Alison said, hi Paul and Dills and Sean from Alison Shannon in Heather in Cahir, County Tip.
My God, you got all that out very well. Well, hello to you too, Alison. Thanks for joining in. Okay, so Shawnee, close up to the onions there. Just do a really simple fine slice, okay? Nothing complicated. Kids, remember, I want you learning how to cook. Okay, another classic dish for when you go to college, guys, because if you did it without the prawns, again, it's costing €2-3 a portion to do. Okay, so great dishes, all done in one pan, really simple. You won't starve. Next one. So that was a fairly big size shallot there, or a small onion. Either or.
Katie wants to know, can she freeze it?
Can you freeze? Technically, you can freeze anything, but the great thing about this is, I tell you what you do, Caddy. Do towards the end and then separate half of it before we add in the cream and before we add in the mascarpone cheese. That way it'll last for at least a week. With the cream and cheese in it, it'll last 3 or 4 days. And I'll tell you a great thing to use up, actually, your leftover risotto, is kids, roll it into a bowl, stick a wedge of cheese into it. Then you remember what we did the chicken with breadcrumbing and do it in that way? Breadcrumb it, deep fry it. Arancini. Everyone thinks you're amazing because you're coming out with beautiful terminologies. Little deep fried risotto balls. So you can freeze it. It's not the greatest thing in the world to freeze, to be honest with you. But when you reheat it, do it nice and slow. And also, just add in a little bit more kind of cream or even just water is fine. Okay, so what do we got here? Dills? Can you hear it? Is it time for that? Sizzle dance. Anybody doing a sizzle dance? Make sure you do it when you can hear it. Back of your knife, guys. Don't be wasting money on stupid things like garlic crushers. Back of your knife. Lovely. And we'll put in, what, 2 cloves for this. Any shout outs there, Dills? Anyone worried? Everyone keeping up so far?
Hello from Loud, Billy.
Hello, Billy from Loud. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining in with us. A lot of people asking me, are there, what's funny?
It's a girl.
Billy. Oh, sorry, Billy. Dills, you're supposed to tell me these things. Sorry about that, Billy. I still hello, Billy. People were saying they couldn't get raw prawns, they could only get cooked prawns already. So if that's the case, we're going to stir the cooked prawns in at the very end to the risotto, just to warm them through. We've got the raw prawns here, so we're going to finish them off in a frying pan, a separate frying pan afterwards. So I have 2 cloves of garlic, 1 shallot, a handful of our bacon lardons, all going into the pot. I put no oil, no butter, nothing into it yet. Now, peppermill, about Dills 24 twists while I wash my hands. Everybody keeping up? Excellent. Now, you keep going, that Dills. There's a lot of people watching, guys. I didn't think we'd have many. Hello from Wexford. Hi, Mary. Hi from how do you pronounce that, Liz? Kildare. Keep this. Hi, Dawn. Smells good. Thanks very much. John, hello from Limerick. How are we doing, John? Nice to have you on board. Now, the most important thing in cooking is season. If you mess up your seasoning with the best quality ingredients, you make absolute muck of the entire dish. If you get your seasoning right with average ingredients, you make an amazing dish. It's the most important thing in cooking is seasoning. A little bit of stirry does. So think about it, we've got the bacon lardons in it. So we don't put in too much salt yet. We'll taste that at the end, okay? Because we're also going to put in a stock cube. Shawnee, come in here and we'll see, look at that, perfect. See the kind of crispy bits getting on the bottom of the pan? That is exactly what we're looking for. Give me a go there now, just good. Lovely. So by now your kitchen should start smelling nice. Beautiful. Of the bacon and the onions and the garlic, getting a lovely smell on the go into the kitchen. Lovely, jubbly. Okay, bring over my kettle. Everybody with us? This is a real simple dish, guys. An absolute simple dish. But it's great because it's very economical. Okay? So now, lovely. We're not a million miles off that. And I'm waiting. Don't rush ahead of yourself. We want the onions to sweat down so they release a nice kind of natural sweetness into it as well. So relax. There's plenty of oil in the bottom of the bacon there to keep them, stop them from burning. Okay? Lovely. Everybody with me? Now, kids, get ready to answer this question. If you watched us doing the rice dish, how did I say the best way to measure rice per person? Can anybody remember? Let me know, guys. Let's see if a comment comes up.
John Burns said, which maple stock cubes do you use?
Whichever you can get, John. So I'm going to use, I don't know what that one is. Is it Knorr? Knorr, there's a plug for Knorr. Hello, Knorr. Knorr chicken stock cube. But you can use a veg stock. I wouldn't use beef, not for the prawns, but you can use chicken or veg for this kind of dish. If you were serving it with a steak, beef stock cube. But whatever you can get your hands on, or you know those kind of gels that you can get as well there. Perfect. Can anybody remember? Has anybody told us how do we measure rice?
Which you from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Neil.
Hello, Neve, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Lads, we're getting people from all over the world. Did we say we had somebody from Chile on the last cooking demo? Dubai, New Zealand, South Africa. People from
Philadelphia.
And Philadelphia. Do we use chicken or veg stock? Eileen, whichever you want. There's Bernard Jackman. Dylan, will you come cook for us someday? That's an offer you can't refuse.
No bother.
But he has to do the sizzle dance with you there, Bernard. So, chicken or veg? I think it was Eileen who asked that. Chicken, who came up with it?
Bridie.
Bridie, perfect. An adult handful per serving, 100%, okay? So that's exactly what we do. So a little bit of a handful there. One. So there's 4 of us. I always say cook in more, guys. So we're going to put in about 6. How many's that I put in, Dills?
4.
5, 6. Okay? We don't need to measure anything, guys. We don't need to panic or worry about anything. You see the crust on the bottom of the pan? That's what I'm looking to get in. See in there, Shawnee? It's not burning. I want to get that nuttiness in to the flavour of it, okay? So that's exactly what I'm looking for. It's not burning, and here's what we do next, and then we're going to relax for a second and help clean up. A little bit of white wine. Grape juice, if you don't, thank you, Jules. If you don't want to use wine, just throw in your stock now. But I'm putting in about a glassful. I'm going to keep a mouthful back for myself. Now, buddy, throw that over there. And now we go into the bottom of the pan, guys. And we're going to scrape all that into the bottom of the pan, and that's going to lift up all that nuttiness and the little kind of brown sticky bits on the bottom of the pan. That is exactly what we wanted. And that is the first stage of our perfect risotto done. So I'm going to give you all 2 seconds, Dills. Read out. I'm going to clean up as I'm going along here.
Bernie said, "Can I have some? It looks lovely."
Oh, very good. Yes.
Gavin says his pan is small. Should he use a pot?
Yeah, use a bigger pot. Don't get too caught on it because this is going to expand. This is going to be about 3-4 times the size by the time we're finished with it. Okay, we all should be... This is fairly straightforward, guys. We all should be tipping along at the same time here. Now, here's the greatest trick. You know the way, make your stock in a ladle full at a time and blah, blah, blah. Nonsense. We're going to eliminate all the fear and all the complications. Put in an entire stock cube. Chicken or veg, it doesn't matter. We're cooking enough here for 6. So just crumble that in. And when you think about it, I'm going to be adding in water. So it's going to dissolve and dilute that anyway. So we don't need to be mixing a separate pot. You're giving us more washing up to be done.
Emer Gilligan said, "What kind of wine do you use?"
Any white wine. Any white wine you have, Emer. Don't be going worrying about specific wine. Doesn't matter if it's Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, anything. It's all, you're getting the flavour of the wine in through it. So it's not going to be, it doesn't really matter on the type of wine. I wouldn't use stuff that's 2 or 3 quid, but I certainly wouldn't be using anything that costs 12 or 14. A bottle of wine for 6, 7, 8 euro, perfect. Doesn't matter which one. Okay, beautiful. Now, a little bit of heat. Everybody keeping up? Now this is the difference with the risotto rice as opposed to the long grain rice. The starch starts coming out of this and it starts making its own natural creaminess into the risotto. You're not going to get that if you use long grain rice. But that's the only difference. And here's what else we want to do. I want the rice to absorb most of that wine. So don't pour in your stock yet, otherwise it's too sharp. Give that a second to absorb into the rice and to evaporate. That was what I was trying to think of, evaporate. Me in school, we didn't really get along in school at all. A bit like Dill's in school. Sean's the one with the brains. Dill's
useless.
Yeah, no hope. You know? Nah, no hope for Dill's. All these new people. You can't be saying that to your son. You could ruin his mental health. How are you fixed? Are you alright? Devastated. See, we flag the crap out of each other all the time. That way nobody can get to us. Because we're invincible. Isn't that right? Comments are gone. You gonna bring that in? There we go, they're back. Close into the pot here, Shawnee, look. See the way our wine is being absorbed? Now you don't need to worry about stock or anything. The stock cube is in there. And now we're going to start adding, see the way that's nearly gone? That's exactly what we're looking for. And now we're going to start adding in water. About a wine glass at a time. Give or take. We don't need to measure. Here's why I want you cooking the way we're doing this. Is because I don't want you worried about menus. I don't want you preoccupied. How much did he say? Was he? Just look at the pot. Use your brain. Use your brain. It's the best thing you have on the planet. So we're going to put that in. We're going to let that evaporate. We're going to let that absorb into the rice. And I know there's probably the purists going out there, that's not how you make a classic risotto. We don't care what you think. Sure we don't.
No.
Why not? Because they're moany holes, aren't they? And what's this?
No moan's own.
It's no moan's own. So if you want to worry about that kind of stuff, trot off to somebody else's page. We don't care about you kind of people. Somebody asked me, have you got a vegan version of this? Yes, a grapefruit. There you go. We don't care. We're cooking these dishes, and if you want to join in and have a bit of crack and learn how to cook, then hang on. If you don't, trot off. Did I make that clear? Should I say that again?
Killian said hello from Lower Tubford.
Killer, how are you, buddy? Wave across the bay to him. Now, so watch this now. So that's going to take maybe a couple of minutes to absorb, and that gives us plenty of time to have a little bit of a sup of it. Give us a shout, guys, if you want to shout out. Give us a shout now, because that's going to take 2 or 3 minutes.
To Callum and Leon Barrett.
We missed them the other day. How we doing, boys? That's Gav's kids. These guys are watching nearly every single cook along that we do. Hope you're enjoying it, guys. Your dad was a mean footballer in his day and a brilliant musician. Now,
looks nice.
oh, but there, look, see, did you see who's watching? Mom, in the other room. Say hello, Mom.
Hello, Mum.
There you go. I'm actually surprised the amount of people that are watching now, I have to admit, because I didn't think people were put off that it said prawns. People said, I don't like risottos. Kids, trust me, there's no such thing as a fussy eater when you cook your own food. You just cook away with this. Take a couple of minutes. I'll clean up here. Any questions, any shout outs, give us a shout out because it's going to take a couple of minutes, guys, as we do this.
Karen said hello from Wexford.
Hello, Karen.
Owen said
Johnny, get
hi,
into the
lads.
pot. Show everyone the pot. Get in nice and close to the pot.
Owen said hi, lads, from Clonkeen in Dublin.
Hey, Owen, how are you doing? Another guy I was in school with. Owen, how are you doing, buddy? Hello from the Lowry family. Another guy from school. All the schoolmates are joining in here, guys. Loving this, guys. Shawnee, get into the pot so people can see. Or I don't want people panicking. Oh, mine doesn't look like that. Just relax. Listen to what I'm saying, and you make sure it's the same in your pot. Don't jump on to the next stage just because I have. If your pot isn't ready, you just take your time, listen and watch what we're doing. It's going to take a few minutes, and you can see that arborio rice is beginning to release its natural kind of creaminess, the starchiness already. In this pan, we're going to fry off our prawns, okay? Somebody asked me mushrooms, I should have said at the start. Fried off the mushrooms with the bacon and the onions at the start if you weren't putting prawns in. Or fry off your mushrooms in a pan now and bang it in. It's the same thing.
Amanda Keach said hi from Scotland.
Hello, Amanda from Scotland. How are you? Now, beautiful. Now, again, it's like when we did the pasta dish the other day. A lot of people say they like their risotto al dente. I don't. I don't like eating hard rice. That's just my own personal thing. I'd say a lot of Irish people are the same. We like it cooked true. If you want to go al dente, by all means do. But I think it's too chalky. Go on.
Hello from Anna in Orlando.
Hello from Orlando. Hello, Anna. We were in Orlando. Is that where we went to Disney World years ago? Or Disneyland? Which one is it, Anna? Disney World or Disneyland? World, is it? We never know. We never remember. Into the pot there, Shawnee, look. So you see, take your time, guys. I want to show you how to make the perfect risotto. It involves a bit of stirring. If you wanted to, and you're in a mad rush, just throw in about a litre of water and just let it simmer away. But I want you to we want to get that creaminess out of the rice. This is perfect. Now, and as that gets absorbed, you see the rice expanding. We're going to put in another little bit of water. And we'll have another little touch of the old grape juice. Everyone happy? Anyone panicking now? Is there anybody behind? I was the same until I made one there. I missed that one.
Wait, there was some more here.
Yeah.
Colum says hi from Limerick. Where Colum, Kate, and 3-year-old Kate is
We're all cooking?
Yeah.
Hey guys, how we doing?
They've made all the dishes.
You've made all the dishes. I have to admit, guys, one of the big things that we only ask one thing in return. Send us the pictures of the dish. Send us the pictures of your family that are doing the cooking and having the laugh and all that bit of crack, because it means so much to us. You can see that now, it's absorbing in. So please do, once you're all finished, send us a picture, and don't be like all these guys. Oops, forgot to take the picture, we ate it. Send the picture in before you start eating. Now, look at this. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Poor old Sean is tired. He's had a very tough day, lads. Been on the couch all day playing PlayStation. It's very tiring. Now, Dills, how are we looking? You do a couple of stirs there. Talking through it, Dills. What are you doing?
Stirring the pot.
Go on, I'll do the comments. You move over here. You wanted your moment. Have I added the second water, Justin? No, not yet. Still the first one. But again, look at what's going on in your pot and base it on that. Not what's in mine. Base it on what's going on in your house. Myself and my daughter, Kitty May, are cooking away. Brilliant, Stephanie. Great to have you on board. Paul Bishop Powell, you were doing a lot better in life than I was in fifth year. Cheers, Bishy. Another schoolmate. My God, lads. It takes a bloody world crisis for you to get in contact with your old schoolmates. Mad. Chili con carne next. Yeah, we're going. There's Mick. Mick, hope you're feeling better, buddy. I know you're under the weather at the moment. I hope you're feeling a bit better. What do we do again with the recooked prawns? Margaret, we're going to add the the pre-cooked prawns in at the very end just to warm through. So just at the very end, otherwise they'll turn.
Whoa, God.
Every session. Does he do it every time, lads? I'm amazed the whole pot didn't go flying. I like that piece there. Lovely.
Check is good.
Come on, Dills. Now, so watch, get into that pot, guys, there, Shawnee, so you can see. Most of that liquid has been absorbed. So now we put in the second glass of water. And again, about another glass full.
Carmel, he said hello from Rackmore, haven't missed a dish yet.
Excellent, Carmel, that's fantastic. Thank you so much.
Emer says, is the wine dry or sweet?
I know I said any wine, but I certainly wouldn't use a sweet wine. I wouldn't use that at all. I actually hate sweet white wine, I have to admit. But no, I wouldn't put the sweet white wine into a dish like this, no. Now, you can turn the heat up a little bit more. Not too hot. You don't want it bubbling away mad. But you want to get it simmering away nicely. Yeah. How's everybody doing, guys? Let us know how you're getting on. I don't need my knife anymore.
Orla said hi from Dara in Wexford.
Hi Dara, how are you doing, buddy? It's amazing the amount of people that are tuning in and cooking along, lads. I tell you, I think we're actually on to something, guys. Let's not, when we all go back to some form of normality, let's not forget these kind of days we've had in the kitchen with our families and kids having fun. Kids, you too, make sure, remember how great it was cooking your own food instead of buying something from a shop. Let's launch it. Keep going.
And Norma said, lovely young men.
Is that me? She's talking about. She's not talking about you, is she? What about you? Dills has got a stash of secret admirers. They're all coming in. Dills, you've hit the spot with all the people out there. Stirring away. I know it's kind of a bit boring, this dish, because we're not doing a huge amount, but I want you watching what's going on in the pot, learning how to make this risotto. Perfect. Okay, if you've got your prawns, guys, in your other pan, don't turn the pan on, but get it ready. Okay? A good knob of butter. Okay? Perfecto. We don't need the butter. Just a little drizzle of olive oil. About a tablespoon. Don't get worried about the measurement. Somebody tell me, butter for flavour, oil for... Let me know. Don't tell them this, I hope you know. What's the oil for? If you're watching all these cook-alongs, you'll remember them. You'll know them. What have I done there now? Enjoying a nice glass of Sauvignon Blanc, made fantastic. We were frying the prawns at the mold. Maybe a bit early, but okay, don't worry about it. I'm gonna wait till pretty much the risotto's done before I fry the prawns because they're cooked really quickly. Now, you'll see in some risottos they put everything into one pot.
Claire got it, except she put a question mark at the end, so she's not sure.
Oh, what did she put down?
Heat.
Correct. Butter for flavour, oil for heat. So when we're frying in the pan, the oil will stop the butter from burning and you still get that beautiful flavour of butter. Now look at that. See the way that's coming up? It's what's the word I'm trying to think of, Shoni? Absorbing. Maybe there is something. Okay, that's exactly what we're looking for. Bubbling away. I'd say we'll probably put in one more amount of water and then we'll start tasting the texture of it there. So we're not a million miles off. We're probably 5-6 minutes away from it. Get into the pot, jam. Let them all see. Look what we're looking for, guys. See the way the water, a lot of it is evaporating and is being absorbed. Another minute, we'll put in the last bit of water. Well, maybe the last bit of water. If you want, you can add in a few frozen peas as well, guys, into this to bulk it up. And get in one of your 5 a day. How are we doing? Stop the butter burning. That's it, Marion. Yes, butter don't burn. Heat. I love it, guys. Great answers. You are paying attention. I love the cook along. Thanks, Anita. Really appreciate that. Grania is watching. Hi, Grania.
Hello.
Why does those comments keep bloody disappearing? Anyway, Shawnee, into the pot. Watch. See the way we're there? We're nearly there, guys. It's nearly all absorbed. Okay, so I'm putting in my 3rd belt of water. Just about another glass full. Okay? And think about how easy this was. We just threw in a stock cube and we're topping it up with water all the time, as opposed to making your pot of stock and putting in a ladle. If you want to do that, great. I want to show you the easiest way to cook. Right down to the bottom. They'll stir into the bottom. You get in there now. Excellent. Everybody good? Everyone's still up with us? Is anybody behind? When you land that TV series, the boys need to be part of your crew. Would you believe, Marion, I already have a TV series on Virgin Media called Treyvaud's Kitchen. And there's another series coming out in June called Treyvaud Travels. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Because I tell you, if you're on the old tweet box, I'd love you sending loads of tweets when that show comes out in June. Loving the family element. Can you tell us about your surname, not Irish. No, Emer. Treyvaud, dad is Swiss, from the French-speaking part of Switzerland. Switzerland's broken up into cantons, like counties, and one of them is Vaud. I think one of our ancestors owned it all, or something like that, and we got Treyvaud. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll need the boys. Yeah, you're right, I do need the boys. It smells great. Yeah, let me know. What's it smelling like in the kitchen now, guys? How are you keeping up with this? I threw in a few peas. Why not? Absolutely, Joanne. You know what? I might do the same myself at the very end. Throw in a few frozen peas. Is everybody all right, guys? Are we all up to speed? Everyone's happy enough? You keep going with that, Dill. Stirry, stirry, stirry. I'm going to grate a bit of Parmesan towards the end. So we get ready. Now, so I'm just going to grate my Parmesan here, guys. Get the kids doing this. Or get them stirring the pot while you do it. Or get them doing both while you have a glass of your favourite. You mind that pot now, you know you and your bloody things. Look, why are you moving the pot? Why did you twist it?
My hand's getting tired.
Oh, your hand's getting tired. Okay. If that goes flying, we're in serious trouble. You do know that. Dills has a tendency. Anyone watching? Doesn't he, Shani?
Mm-hmm.
Now. Okay, we're beginning to bubbly. Listen to the pot. Shh, stop, shut up for a second. Can't listen if you're making noise.
You're the one talking.
Yeah, I know, but shut up. See that? That's beginning to bubble. A little bit too much for my liking. So turn it down a little bit. Food talks, yeah? Turn it off there, Dills. Perfect. Turn it down. Now I want you all tasting it, guys. But we're not tasting the flavour yet. I want you to taste the rice. How hard or how soft is it? Our one is perfect. Taste that. It's hot, blow it. You didn't expect it to be cold, did you? And look, how the hell was that not going to be hot? Good man, Dills. What do you think? He's getting cocky, lads. He got his first paycheck last week. He's getting cocky. Now we're going to season it, guys, okay? So I'm going to throw in a bit of rock salt because it still needs a little bit of salt. Okay? So I'm putting in to your own taste, but I'm going to put in a bit of 2 sprinkles like that. And we're nearly there. Let me get into the bottom there so I do quick stirs. You check the comments for me. Imagine if I spilled the pot. Okay, watch. Beautiful. Okay, here's where we make it indulgent. Classically, that's it, we're done. We don't add in cream, we don't add in mascarpone cheese, but I want it really rich because I love the risotto like that. So that's exactly what I'm looking for. So now I'm gonna add in, this is the difference. This is what restaurant risottos take so good. Spoonful of mascarpone cheese. If you don't have it, ricotta. If you don't have that ricotta either, don't worry about it. Just add in a bit more. 1 big dollop of it, like so. Now, that's going to start melties away. And you'll see it now make it really rich. So we're not a million miles off it, guys. And what we're going to do now in 2 minutes is we are going to, look at that. And see, listen. See the way it's calmed it all down nicely now. That's just a little bit of cheese that's gone in there. And you see the colour of it taking shape. Into the pot, trying to get in nice and close, so they can see it. Now, how's everybody doing? Check the comments. Is everybody up to speed, guys? Nobody behind?
Gavin said, what about the prawns?
Yeah, we're going to cook them now in 2 minutes. That's why I did it with prawns, because they cook really quickly. So don't worry about the prawns. We're going to cook them now in 2 minutes. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm about to do.
And said, hi, Paul, Sean, Dylan, love watching the videos from Anne and Leo watching from Inniscutty in County Wexford.
Fantastic. Great to have you on board, guys. A little bit of cream. Watch how much I'm putting in. About 2 or 3 tablespoons only. Perfect. Our Parmesan cheese. In we go with that. A handful of grated Parmesan cheese, guys. Brilliant, Dills. Absolutely 10 out of 10 stuff. Let me have one quick look. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to swap pans so I can show you how to cook the prawns. Add in frozen peas now if you want to add in your frozen peas. If you've already thrown them in, that's fine. Don't worry about it.
Carol wants to know, can you use creamy goat's cheese instead of mascarpone?
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Any cheese that melts easily is perfect. Actually, the goat's cheese will give it a lovely little salty taste on it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to swap that risotto pan to there. Give it one more taste for your seasoning, guys. Check that you're happy with it. Beautiful. Oh, that is good. I tell you, if your guys taste like that at home, you're on to an absolute winner. Absolutely beautiful. Really happy with that. Okay, get your pan. That can just simmer away there now for another few minutes, guys. That's absolutely perfect. Your risotto is pretty much done. That'll absorb another little bit more of that liquid in a few minutes, but that's pretty much done. Just make sure it doesn't burn and stick to the bottom of the pan. Should we throw in a few I'm going to throw in a few frozen peas for colour. Dill's talk to them, they're entertaining the masses. Really?
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to throw in a handful of frozen peas there, guys. Okay? Just for a bit of colour. If you don't have them, don't worry. I didn't put it down on the whatchamacallit, stick them into the freezer. If you don't have them, don't worry about them. I didn't put them down on the ingredients list, but it's just maybe a little bit of nice colour added into it. Beautiful. I have to admit, really happy with that now. Really happy with that result. Okay, Pam, how are we doing for the prawns? Are we ready for the prawns, guys? I've got my beautiful fresh prawns here that were frozen yesterday.
Ashlyn said, hello from Texas. Thank you for helping us get through the madness.
Well, Ashley, can I just say thank you for helping us get through the madness too, because this is an absolute blast for all of us. We love the fact so many people are getting involved. It's crazy. It's amazing to think how many people from all over the world are getting involved in this. It's absolutely amazing. Okay. Now, I've just thought of a brilliant idea. Oh, kids, I'm going to do a little surprise in a second. I can't believe I didn't think of this earlier on. Okay, here we go.
Oh no.
Listen. Yes, this is dance. You want to get the butter and the oil and everything getting nice and hot like so. Okay, in we go with our prawns. Okay, if you've got the cooked ones, just throw them into the risotto now so they warm through. If they're raw, do what we're doing. El Cinco. Now, wash the hands. Better wash the hands. You have somebody moaning, you didn't wash your hands properly. So I'll wash my hands properly. You have to think of everything, Dills.
Can I add carrot and chicken to with my prawns?
Carrot.
And chicken.
I'd add the chicken. Well, yeah, carrot won't cook now unless it was already cooked. If you were doing the carrot next time, put the carrot in with the bacon at the very start. That'll cook. How are we looking here, Dills? Make sure. How's everybody doing, guys? Are we all keeping up? Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Now. Oh, yes. Okay, watch. This is the consistency of a risotto. Watch. It's not falling down. It's not flowing like a soup. And it doesn't sit up like that. It just kind of oozes, which is exactly what we have here. So turn off, if your risotto is at this stage, guys, turn off your pan, okay? So I'm turning off the risotto, you got it? Now watch that you don't get splashed with your... Okay, remember, the most important thing in cooking is... Seasoning. Okay, so we haven't seasoned our prawns. So a little bit of salt. I hope you're all keeping with me. We're nearly serving up, guys, in a few minutes. Okay, pepper. Beautiful. Depending on your prawns, if you've got Dublin Bay prawns, they're cooked in minutes. Tiger prawns cook a little bit slower, okay? Just keep an eye on them. Beautiful. Now, Dills, how are we looking? A little squeeze of lemon juice. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. I'm just putting in a little squeeze of lemon juice. I have no idea if this is going to work, but I said we're going to try it. Okay. What am I looking for, Dills?
Dad, could I add smoked salmon at the end instead of prawns?
Beautiful. Smoked salmon would be absolutely beautiful. Okay, kids, watch. A little bit of Robert Burns whiskey. I didn't tell you about this, I only just thought of it now. Don't worry if you don't have it. A little bit. Sizzle. Look what I created. Fire. Don't worry, just let that's relaxed and calm. Just let it burn away, burn away. If you don't do that stage, don't worry about it. I only thought of it. To be honest with you, I just wanted the kids to see it. A little bit of theatrics for the kids. Absolutely beautiful. Let me know if you're going to try that step at home, guys. Beautiful. Look at that pot, Shawnee. Show them a thing of absolute... Look at that. Jamie Oliver, who? He's probably watching. Actually, speaking of which, we got a massive shout out from Neville McGuire the other day. Thinks we're great. He thinks we're great to us. We think you're great too, Neville. Fair play to you. Now, there we go. Look at that. Our prawns. Beautiful. Any comments coming in? Did you like the flame, kids?
Our rice is still not cooked. It's taking ages.
Okay, don't worry about it. Just it'll take its time. Turn up the heat and put a little bit more stock into it. Okay, just take its time. Don't serve it until it's ready. Don't, just because mine's ready, it doesn't matter. If yours isn't, you just keep waiting. Look at that. Beautiful, Dills. How are we looking? Will we put some sweet chilli into that? No, we leave it like that. I didn't tell anyone about the sweet chilli. If you want to throw in a tablespoon of sweet... you know what? I'm actually going to throw in a tablespoon. Why? I don't know why you asked me. I'm throwing in a little bit of sweet chilli sauce. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. That's what I love about cooking. That's why there's no recipes in my kitchen. It's just a bit of this, a bit of that. Go on, bang it away. Okay, we're nearly ready to serve. If you're not ready, don't worry. Spoon-o. Where do I need a spoon? Quick spoon, quick wash. Johnny, give me one quick look outside the window there. The sun is shining. We're taking any bit of positivity we can get at the moment. The sun shining is a massive bonus. Okay, jump back in. How's everybody doing, guys? Into the prawns for me there, Johnny. Look at that, just mix it all up. Whiskey flambéed prawns with a little bit of sweet chili. I didn't have the sweet chili or the whiskey on the ingredients list. They're cooked. Dills, we have to do it. Come on. It's the last time of the night. You ready? Yes, the sizzle dance. The sizzle dance. I don't know. I don't know why. Just can't get them to do it. Kids, I want to see if you're doing a sizzle dance. Perfect. Are we all up to speed? Everybody at the same time? We are now going to serve. Where's my big spoon, Bills? Big spoon. I don't have my big spoon anywhere. Where's my big spoon? Talk amongst yourselves. There we go. In the dishwasher. My big spoon to clean. This will give you a shout, a chance to catch up. If you want a last minute shout out, guys, give us a comment there.
Aoife Davis said great view.
Oh yes. Hi Aoife. Now, there you are. Hold that. And now we serve, guys. Look at this. Look at absolutely this. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. We've all got a lot of time on our hands, guys, right? So I want you to take that little extra touch of the restaurant, okay? Let's get the plate looking fantastic. Let's really make an effort on our presentation for this dish, okay? So give it a nice little clean. This is what all goes on behind the scenes in the kitchens all around the country, right? So beautiful risotto. You see the way it's just kind of oozing down. It's not sticking up right and it's not too liquidy. Now, prawn number 1. Prawn number 2. I hope yours is looking a bit like this, guys. And if it's not, don't worry about it. It's the first time you've just made an absolute stunning risotto dish. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. And is he using his fingers? Yes, because you know what? I'm cooking for me, not for you. So I am using my fingers. Throw another little prawn on top there. Get ready to take your pictures, guys. Don't eat it without taking a picture. I don't care if you think it looks like muck. We love seeing it. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. What do you think of that, champ? I know it must be good if Shawnee's getting in close. Now, little simple thing like that. What else am I going to do? I'll let you all catch up. Any comments coming in there, does it?
Aisling Dean said, I love how you still take time
To mortify our kids.
to mortify.
You have to, lads. Lads, we've been all cooped up with them for the last 2 weeks. Like, I'm picking eeny, meeny, miny, mo at this stage. Which one's going first? What are you laughing at? You know it's you.
It's him.
It's him? Well, it could be Sean. I tell you, another day. Oh, look at this. I got a lovely little bit of rosemary flowers here. They all say you shouldn't use a hard herb for garnish. I don't care. The flowers look absolutely beautiful. A little bit of rosemary. Take the time, guys. You're worth it. I'm telling you, if we're learning nothing else at the moment, I think we should be really starting to appreciate it. I'm going to turn it around now in 1 sec. Don't worry. How's everybody doing? I need a knife. Dills. Get me, no, one of my better knives there. One that's in the sink. Actually, no, I don't. It's cool. That's perfect. I'm very happy with that. Little twist of pepper, guys. And we're going to turn this around. Okay, and that, guys, is a perfect prawn risotto. I hope you followed us. The video stays up, so don't worry if you're not doing it until tomorrow. Don't panic. If it's not 100% like that, don't worry. It's the first time you did it. Next week or the week after when you make it again, it'll be even better. I have to admit, what do you think? You see, you've done it again. We are currently recruiting an almost 12-year-old kid who can fit in about, say, that height. The only criteria you have to have is not to spill stuff or knock things over. That's it. We'll show you the rest. There's no replacing this fella or that fella. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed it. That is a beautiful smoked bacon risotto with a few peas thrown in. Last minute flambéed with, what was his name? Robert George or somebody, I can't remember. Some whiskey and a little bit of sweet chilli. Send me the pictures. Let me know how it turned out. And most importantly, guys, thanks a million for tuning in. Thanks a million for cooking with us. And we hope you had a bit of a laugh. We'll do another one during the week because I think we have to. Maybe a burger. Oh, that would be nice. We're working on pizzas too, but trying to cook. That's a bit more complicated for everyone to follow live. But I think a burger might be the next one. Only if you want to. Do you want us cooking again? Let us know. What do we say, Dills? Oh, I forgot. Holy mother of Jesus. Little sprinkle of Parmesan cheese over the top. That's it. Finished. What do we say, Dills?
It's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from him. See you soon, guys.